Last time we did the thermostat, so we didn't go boom. Today we're tackling the oil filter housing / breather, so we don't catch fire. There's a lot of oil where it shouldn't be. Stay tuned. Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to Shifting Lanes. My name's Chad, and if you're unfamiliar, this is my 2008 Volvo C30 project car. We've been doing some regularly scheduled maintenance on her because we are attending the C30's Conquer the Dragon event next week, and I want her in as close to best fighting shape as she can be, because it ruins a lot of fun if you're on the side of the road broken down, let alone it's in North Carolina and I live in New Jersey and I would like to be able to go home. So today we're going to tackle the oil filter housing / breather. We're going to take that out, replace it with the new unit, clean everything up in there so there's not as much caked oil basically where it shouldn't be. But before we get into all that, I want to take a second and thank this episode's sponsor, and that is FCP Euro. You've heard us talk about FCP Euro a lot, and there's a very good reason for that. They are an awesome company to deal with. If you're unfamiliar with them, they are basically a gigantic online parts store for all things European cars. If you own a European car, Volkswagen, Porsche, Audi, and even Volvo, specifically Volvo for us, they are a massive source of parts for your car. And the best part about them, or one of the best things about them, is, again, they're a great company to deal with. They ship things fast. They offer free shipping on any order over $49. On most of their stuff, they offer a lifetime replacement guarantee. So, like the new breather / oil filter housing we have going in here, like the thermostat we did last week, they have a lifetime replacement guarantee on those parts. So, should these parts go bad, or should they outlive their effective lifespan, you can send them back to FCP Euro and they'll send you a new part free of charge. Same thing applies to brakes, clutches, all of those types of things. So, in actuality, if you do a job once, like say brakes, you only pay for it once, and it's for as long as you own the car. So it's a great company to deal with. We highly recommend you use them. We use FCP Euro for basically all of our cars. I've gotten a lot of great OEM replacement parts or direct Volvo replacement parts for this car. Greg got some great performance parts for his V70R. It's just a really great company to work with, and I highly recommend you check them out. Now, for the C30, well, we're gonna dive right into it. We're gonna start disassembling some stuff and show you along the way. Disassembled as it needs to be. As you can see, we have the intake off. We're also draining all of the oil out so we can replace it with fresh new oil. There's the part we're replacing in question. So here are the series of events that need to happen to make this come out of the car. First, we gotta take this hose, pry it off the breather. Then this hose, we pry off of the lower intake there. Then we can attack the 4 bolts. And there's also a, like I said before, a bolt that holds the dipstick in that I've taken out. And then I think I need to remove the dipstick. I'm not 100% on that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. And then once the bolts are undone, this should come out in theory. As you can see, our old unit is successfully out of the car. Now we're gonna, I don't know if you can see, let's see if I can get some light in there. If you can see, we're gonna have to clean those, and specifically those. As you can see, we've had a pretty bad leak for a while. So there's our old unit. Okay, so here we have our old versus new. Here's our old unit. As you can see, it is well, it's lived its life. It's pretty much past it. As you can see, it's been leaking from just about everywhere. So it was time to go. Now, here is our new unit. all shiny and cleanish. You'll notice I've already put these bolts in. Now, these are self-tapping bolts, so what you do is you actually put these in before you put them in the car. Makes installation that much easier. So, this one actually comes, or this kit comes with the filter included, so no need for our extra filter until our next oil change, but it's always a good thing to check. Also, this unit comes with an oil filter in it. It doesn't hurt to check. Just make sure you return the top here to 25.5 Newton meters. Torque it down, that is. Only thing left to do now is get this in the car, throw that in the trash, or reasonably dispose of it for the environment, for that matter, because there is oil and schmutz and so on. And then we'll be that much closer to being ready for the Dragon. Yay. Our new oil filter, housing, oil filter, breather is all in. We got all our hoses, our sensors connected, and all of our bolts done up. We reinstalled. We did actually have to, we didn't so much have to remove the dipstick tube as much as it just kind of came out during the process, but we got her back in. The only thing left to do now is to top her up with oil, start her up, and cross another thing off the list. Oh, and put the intake back in. Kinda need that. Anywho, so let's get to it. Okay, and that's it. We officially replaced our breather slash oil filter housing in the C30, giving it an oil change, which she needed as well. So we have added reliability. We replaced that and the thermostat last week. Should mean we're good to go on all maintenance items for the foreseeable future. As far as difficulty, well, once you kind of know what you're doing or have done this before, it's actually a pretty easy job. First and foremost, while you have everything removed, your air box or your air intake, depending on what level of tune your car is in, the first thing you want to do is just pop that left hose. As you're looking at the engine bay, pop that left hose off. It's pretty easy. You can save that pinch clip. It's fairly simple. From there, you want to disconnect all the little things that are holding your sensors in place. So there's a sensor in the middle there. That's an easy one. You just press down, pops right off. There's two little those set screws, or those self-tapping screws, or bolts I should say, in the bottom area. You pop those off. And then last is the bolt for the dipstick tube, where it kind of bolts into the mechanism itself. Then you attack the 4 bolts. I went from the bottom first to the top. It just happened to work better that way. As far as install, you definitely want to get the bottom left on and the top right on. There's 3 bolts in kind of an L. You want to get this bolt, and then this bolt, and then the top bolt, which is probably the most difficult to kind of thread seat. That one will pop right in once you've done the bottom 3. After that, it's just reconnecting everything. It's a pretty simple job, guys. Pretty easy if, again, you've kind of done this before and you kind of follow the steps I've laid out for you. I'm sorry I didn't get to film as much of it as I would have liked. It's in an area of the engine bay where it's not really conducive to both my hands and being able to see what the hell's going on. Hopefully this helps you guys out. You can let me know in the comments below. I want to thank our sponsor again, FCP Euro. All the parts you saw us put in this car, I bought from FCP Euro. If you want to help Shifting Lanes, if you like what we do, there's a couple ways you can do that. One, you can go to Patreon. If you want to see our builds and so on go just a little bit quicker. The second thing is you go to Teespring. You saw me in the intro wearing our sweet C30 hoodie. I'm not wearing it now because, as you can see, I'm pretty covered in oil, and I didn't want to ruin that hoodie because it's that awesome. Every dime we make from Patreon, every dime we make from Teespring, we put right back into making awesome content, or we think it's awesome, for you guys. We put them right back into our vehicles, right back into the channel. So thank you so much to all of you who have supported us already on Patreon and have bought some of our swag. If you want to find us out on social media, it's at Shifting Lanes. I'm at Kennedy83. You can always hit me up there with any questions, comments, concerns. If you just want to yell at me and tell me I'm doing everything wrong, if you don't like how I look, any of that fun stuff, hit me up on social media. Try to answer everyone. But the C30, she's ready, she's reliable, she's gotten all the service she needs to go to conquer the dragon. I cannot wait for that trip. Greg's bringing his V70R down fresh from Rolling Motors up in Connecticut with his new turbo, his new shimmed block, his headwork, the nines. So I cannot wait to go down there. I cannot wait to get behind the wheel of the VR and compare it to our little bad boy here. Obviously, we're in different states of the build. He's nearing the end. I'm kind of at the midway point, but we shall see from there. I wish I could say this one was fun. Kind of busted my hands up a little bit, but hopefully this video means you don't have to. Hopefully watching me bust myself up is a good way for you not to. Anyway, that's a wrap, guys, and I will catch you next time.